I have no idea how Lepa joined.
Hold on. And I can't change it. Perfect. Salad! Oh, dist! What color am I?
Orange.
Oh,
You're red.
Hell yeah, I'm red name in Twitch too.
Alright.
Alright, that's kind of loud.
Oh, nice jamming!
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
I don't think they can hear me.
You guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I've got black bars on either side. How do I fix this?
A piece of poo.
The fuck?
How the fuck do I fix this?
You print money. I like money.
Side of my game.
It is. You can change it.
It's... Wait, what's it called?
It's side frames
frame.
off. Yeah.
Can you remind me what is it that we do in this game again?
I mean, we need to go to the heart of the game structure, right?
Can we turn each other down on this?
Yeah, you can.
No.
Fuck.
Wait, can they not hear me?
We need to go take the elevator down to the heart of the gigastructure, and on the way we need to like loot floors.
Bro, why is the audio
Okay.
adjustment not fucking standing?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Cool.
Is there push to talk?
And loot is...
I don't know. Oh, there is voice chat in Dude, I can't read the word volume anymore.
Hey.
Voice chat.
There's a corpse here.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, this.
Oh, alright.
Hello, this or something.
Are you guys using the push to talk?
No.
Yeah, I'm using push to talk. Yeah.
Am I headless?
Hold on. What the? No, we didn't die.
Throwing it back.
Why does Lepa not have a head? Is that an outfit?
This is so disturbing. Oppa Gangnam Style.
Oh god.
Shit, yeah. Whoop.
What?
Look at me, I'm salad.
What the fuck? Wait, stay there.
No.
I'm working out. Am I doing it right?
Oh my
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
No, that's
That's sick.
messed
That's
up.
sick.
That's messed up.
No, it's sick.
How do you do them?
Bro, why
hold
is
B.
it's so fucking loud? Why can I not turn it down, bro? What is happening?
How do you do that?
Oh shit. I'm breaking it down.
Oh my fucking god.
What is this for? Come on, dumbass emote.
What the fuck?
Enter?
Oh my god.
No, I don't know. Doesn't keep the whatever.
How are you even doing that?
It's so scuffed. You can
What is
adjust.
going on?
Are you guys
can
able
adjust?
to adjust the audio levels? Because like you can click on the name and then you can lower it, but then it doesn't like stay. If you press tab,
I see.
yeah. I don't know. Like it doesn't actually keep the audio level that I set.
I'm gonna respect you guys. I'm gonna give you respect.
If I turn you all the way down, you disappear.
It's weird.
I think it's if you go back into the menu, it like resets it.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Weird.
Who farted? What the fuck?
I just turned down the. I think my audio is okay now. All good.
Yeah, it's fine. If you, as long as you don't go into the menu like Salad said, it works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my character.
I'm sorry for keeping you all.
No, I want to be. No, it's all good.
I gotta get swole so I can deadlift Ella.
Hell yeah. I look forward to it.
How did they do that?
Oh, my head's in his ass.
This is the entire game.
Which one is that?
All right, we going? We gaming?
We're going, yep.
Sir.
How do we play?
Summon
play?
KLETKA.
Oh dear.
I remember this.
Why?
I remember
is
dying a
Lebanon
lot.
have that?
We need to repair and
Wait, what do you guys? Okay, that's Salad and that's this. You guys have like very
Oh yeah, we
small
look
difference of green.
very, we look very similar.
Can I change it?
I think you can change your color in the wardrobe, right?
You guys know which one I am, right?
Yes, we do.
Good.
Maybe you can't change it.
I'll just do this. I'll do this.
All right. Let's
Oh,
do
we're
it.
here. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever.
Friend
Oh, yeah, don't we need
swap
to,
error
we need to find like
continues.
fuel, right?
Yeah.
It says
Yeah.
our scanner's level 1.
I need a break
Residential
from
one.
DS1,
I
man.
lost 3 HP. What the fuck?
I mean, we got a good run going. Yeah, I'm missing 2.
How often do you need to repair this thing? It's going down really fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, when do we stop? I think we have to stop at... Yeah, now it scans the
Oh, you
floor.
have to scan. Yeah.
All 3.
And I don't want the world.
Ew! Who farted? Nice.
Traps. There's bear traps here.
What are you doing? Dist, what are you doing? Hurts.
Looking around.
There's nothing in here. Bullshit.
Nothing here. Bear trap.
Oh, I hurt myself.
Did you hurt yourself by punching that?
Yeah, you take damage actually.
What is this? Oh, do we need like a... There's some weird pillar totem in here.
Samaspore.
Oh.
Is this Minecraft? Yeah. Oh. Hello?
Oh yeah, you can see what perks you have if you press tab.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm the one farting. I have a bad stomach.
Apparently I can see items through walls sometimes.
Oh shit.
Bottle. Food.
Ah!
Oh, do I? Oh.
Wasn't bottles like... Oh, I got the trap. Bottles is like currency or something, right?
Yeah, I think
so.
you could like revive with them or something like that.
Yeah. What was that?
Oh, I have a fucking flashlight. What am I doing? Locked.
Yeah, you dropped a bunch of meat. I think you
This game is for fucking babies, dude. What's going on? Nobody's even here. What's this game about? It's like a horror co-op,
and
like
food and
survival.
stuff, I think.
I guess this is the first floor.
Is that a mine?
Yes.
Maybe we should just go deeper. I don't know. Is there more stuff this
Maybe.
way?
Oh, it's a beer thing.
We need like stuff to repair. I have a wrench. I don't know if that's used for repairing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it is. There was a bunch of doors with a lockpick thing on them. We gotta find a lockpick.
You can buy beer with 15 bottles, guys.
Oh.
Giga wrench. Giga wrench? Is that a thing? No.
And you have batteries in this game.
You can go third person.
Yeah.
Press C.
Giga wrench.
Oh, yeah.
What if I can use the Giga wrench to break that wall? The mine. I wanna go see if I can break that wall.
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink, chat. I'll be right back.
You really like that guitar, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a
Just
snack.
imagine it going bring, bring, bring as you're humping it. Bring, 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 bring.
Wait, so how do I repair? Is it here? Yeah, repair. Okay. Now it's 1 hundo, and then you can put wrenches here. Right, okay.
Where's Salad?
Did he die?
He said it was gonna punch a wall. I think it's over here. Salad?
Salad?
Slad?
Did he run into the mine? No. Salad?
He's sounding kind
Salad?
of dead.
Huh.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, Salad?
Salad?
I thought I heard him.
Salad?
Well, maybe he is.
Hello?
Oh. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Oh, look at him. Found a
I got
key.
some stuff, man.
Nice.
I also found some weed, but I couldn't pick it
Oh.
up.
We can see if we're
Oh,
dead
that's
here on
sad.
the screen, I think.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I also found
Nice.
this. This is
Yeah, right.
yeah.
What else?
Oh, spray
What
paint.
else? We need fuel. Did we find any fuel?
I did actually. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here.
I'm starting KLETKA.
Oops.
So I think I can upgrade this thing.
I think KLETKA's getting pissed.
God.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there's teeth above us.
Yeah, that's... Okay, we need fuel, I think.
Bit, and I also upgraded the speed of KLETKA, so hopefully it's. not
Where
too
do you
bad.
upgrade?
So you need like the gears that I had, and I think you just press E on them.
Ah. Check your perks, by the way. I'm the one farting. I have a bad stomach.
Oh wait, how do I check my perks?
Tab.
Oh.
It says sentence.
Fire resistance. Movement speed. Max health.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Live beer. Ooh. Ooh. Got a fucking cannon. Oh, oh. Oh, we have to leave. Oh, we have to leave. I'm coming.
What the fuck?
Estamos por. Estamos por. Hold
We should
on.
just go. Just go.
I'm pulling.
Oh, Lepa's here.
How do you
Lepa.
do that?
I don't know.
I think it's like like there's a chance that the
Yeah.
you have to like run back.
We need. How much fuel do we? Yeah, we need more fuel. Please.
Yeah, me and Leopard just spent ages opening a fucking door, and as soon as we did, that happened.
I drop a trap here.
I got a cannon.
Oh, there's
I
another
just saw
side.
a cannon. A Mulu cannon.
Mm-hmm.
What's a Mulu cannon? Oh, does it throw Molotov cocktails?
I think just cans.
There's like a junkie
Oh,
boy over here.
Moloko! It's condensed
Mulu.
milk.
Oh.
What's that?
I need some heals,
Some
man.
monster.
What?
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Growling.
It's just your stomach. Oh.
No, that's not my stomach.
I'm gonna go. See you later, dude. See you, man. There's nothing ever in these fucking boxes. Loaf of bread. Dude, there's like no items. Hey,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I opened the door here. I got some bread, but that was it.
Does bread heal? Because I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, I already ate it. Sorry, Betty. I'm also hurting too. I'm like 36 health. What are you at?
27.
Oh, okay.
Guess this place is empty.
Yeah.
Watch
Oh.
out for the thing.
I think this Have we been over here?
Me and this went over there. It's
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Oh, this shroom. Take these as well if you see them.
All right.
Why?
The shroom I ate lights everything up so I can see all the items.
Oh.
Where'd you get shrooms? I want shrooms.
I don't want to just leave.
There's a Sudoku guy in here. Wait, can I shoot his mine? Yeah, he has a mine on him. I think I
Oh,
can
they blow up.
Yeah, if I shoot him, maybe. Okay, well, apparently it hits the wall.
want a wrench? I'm gonna wrench.
I'll take your wrench.
We gotta put that in the KLETKA. Fuel. I'm running back.
Same. Is this a weapon? Great.
This way?
Oh, I think I'll want the.
Nice.
Oh, wait, no, you're right.
I also found a
Everyone's here.
lockpick.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Were there any lockpickable
Nice.
places in here?
There was 2 locked lockers.
Oh, do you know where they were?
Yeah, it was back this way.
You guys seen any slime?
No.
This way.
Oh, I found 2 more dubes who can heal with them.
Dubes?
Yeah, some dubes.
Oh, dude.
Ah, yeah.
I have 15 health. It's over.
Yeah, I kind of fucked it up.
Right here.
Nice. -1.
Son of a bitch. Oh, more dubes.
Ooh. Oh, a
And I found a
bag.
bag.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you want it?
Sure.
I already have 1 extra, so like, might as
Oh,
well give it
nice.
to the people. Okay, I really gotta start looking at the floor. Careful using those, the weed things, by the way. You lose max HP for a little bit, I think.
Oh, yeah. I see.
Oh yeah, we forget we can scan the level. Where did we do upgrades, by the way?
I don't know. I wanna
How's
scan
the
again.
shock chance? Wait, there's
Shield
something
blade?
bad here.
Shield
we gotta-
Blade.
We gotta
Oh,
get
it just means everything's icy. Yeah.
Ice
Yeah.
skating, man.
Yeah, dude.
I can't wait to slide into a mine.
You already ran into one.
You can make snowballs here. Oh. What the?
I ate bread.
Ooh, it's
Oh,
a
mid-
shop?
Yeah, dude.
Can we rob it?
3 bottles. Medkit. Oh, I'm buying that. Wait, what do you mean not enough bottles? Oh, it's 12. Never mind.
Dude, he's good. He's actually good. He picks up bottles for you.
Hey. Friend.
Hey, you have a friend? Oh, what the?
Yeah, he picks up bottles. -1 ammo. Where's Salad? Did it slide into a mine?
I like the music. Nice sound. So,
What the fuck is
Oh.
that?
He
my
picks
friend.
up bottles.
That's nice.
was there anything else that way,
Like
Sal?
Sly Cooper. No, not really.
Okay.
What?
Oh, the bottles, yeah, it's like...
Oh, he just grabbed one. Nice, that's cool.
I have 5! Holy shit.
So useful. I just slipped on the ice. I'm gonna fucking break my neck. I got fuel, nice.
Oh, nice.
Ow!
I'm eating all the food, chat. Junk hurler. Oh, what the heck is this? So excited for RE9. Me too, man. Oh, yeah. I'll help you with this.
There's also one at the door behind me.
Yeah. Oh, wait, can I set this off with my snowball?
Maybe. Oh, this is bullshit.
No, I don't think so.
Wow, so, dude, these are so much stuff. Oh, the med kit. How much HP do you have?
Oh, human flesh. I'm at 55.
How much?
55.
Okay. Oh, a beer thing again. There's also another lockpick safe.
Yeah, is your lockpick broken now? Okay.
Dangerous game you're playing. Oh.
Oh, what is this, dude? Can we...
Oh, we can. I'll see you in an hour when this thing comes off.
This is absurd.
Well, oh.
Do we do it? Is that going to turn off the power?
Maybe open this first, just in case. That would be awkward. Do it now.
Oh, here you
Lad,
Yo.
What up?
I'm pulling the lever.
Oh, a gear.
I don't know what I did.
You turned off the lights.
Oh. Turn off the lights.
What was that noise?
Oh.
Fucking another fucking lock thing, man. Did you destroy the tripwire or did you? There was a tripwire. I just.
I'm going back. You guys going back?
Yeah, oh, I found it.
I'm pulling. And we gotta just go
I got
like
a
one
new
floor
weapon.
down.
What does this weapon look like? Yeah. Is it like a trash can or something?
Yeah, it's a trash can. Wait,
It
you
looks like-
bonk on it?
I don't know. I think
Yeah,
it
what-
shoots something.
It kind of reminds me of. You played Revelations 2, right? This.
Wrench.
I think so.
There's a big enemy that like bashes a drum and shoots cannon fire at you. It reminds me of that.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh, I got an achievement.
Oh, a rat!
Batter.
Come here, rat! Someone killed a rat! Ah!
Where?
The cone! The cone!
Dude, what is... Oops. How was that? Tried to shoot it. Aw. Died to the trap. That traffic cone is...
Use your weapon!
Oh, salad, buddy.
Oh. Does it even take damage?
I killed it.
Oh.
Or, wait,
Okay.
maybe I just stunned it.
Wait, what the fuck are you shaking?
Oh no, we gotta go. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fucking die. Go. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, I was about to die. I'm on 6 HP, man. I didn't want to die. I want to play the game.
Res
What? What was I
us.
supposed to do? Give my own life? Come on.
That's crazy, man. Don't worry, guys. I'll
What is
revive.
this?
I'll revive you.
Dude, I was at a centimeter away from
mine.
going through the
That's
door.
great.
Did he just kill himself? Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
there's-
My team are useless.
It's a warm-up run.
Now what the
yeah,
fuck
it
do I
is.
do?
This is the limit
Is it a
test.
revive thing?
Yeah, we could revive, right? How do we do that?
I think
Wait,
you just
Sally,
need the
can you hear
bottles.
us?
You need live beer.
A
Wait, what
live
the-
beer.
I don't. Hello, revives?
Oh yeah, here.
Oh, yeah.
Just get some beer. Get some
Oh my
bottles.
god, it costs so much to revive you guys. You realize that, right?
Hmm. There you go.
I can only revive one person? For 20 bottles? Brother man.
Oh, I'm back. Hi. Hello. What?
Yeah, I could
shit.
revive one person for 20.
Okay, I have 2 bottles on me. There's meat here.
Is that meat perhaps leper?
Yeah. Let's eat him. I mean, let's beat him. Let's go with it.
Hi.
He was really funny. He was like, you know, I'm on like 6 HP, just, I'm sorry, but I wanted to play the game. And then he up under the gift, it was a mine and he died. Yeah, I don't know. Reviving people on this seems really fucking hard.
Just gotta find some bottles. That's
We're
it.
gonna be here a while, buddy.
Have we searched this
Yeah.
floor fully?
I think so.
Yeah, this is one of them short floors. Yeah, let's go.
Alright, we got you guys, don't worry.
Overload. Okay, there's a lot of loot here, though.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think you get to choose who you revive.
Oh no, not the fucking flies.
I have no weapon ready. Where'd you go? I'm gonna stick with you.
That's not a good idea. I keep walking on mines. Bro, this is hard if you die.
It is, yeah. But now we know, though. I mean, we're limit testing. Are you okay?
I don't.
That doesn't.
Wonder how much health
It's
they have.
gone.
Okay.
There's an eyeball watching us.
I don't
at the
know
end of the
why.
hall.
Yeah, I don't know why Ella's
Yo,
mic
there's
is.
an eyeball. There is. It's rolling around. It's coming. It's kinda coming. Do you see it?
Oh, I do see it. Oh, there's multiple. Oh, I walked in the steam.
How do you open doors without damaging yourself?
Just walk through them.
Oh. Makes sense. Okay, the eyeball's getting close.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't believe Lepa fucking
I
closed
found
the door on me.
flag. Oh fuck, my flashlight just ran out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can fly
I don't
around.
know where the eyes are.
Permanently?
Huh?
I've been betrayed, chat. I've been betrayed. Oh, is that? Mushroom Man's coming for them.
I'm a ghost.
Well, you can tag places when you're a ghost.
Oh,
Help
do you
your
think they could see? I
friends.
guess, yeah, I guess they could see it.
How does it feel playing the game?
Wow.
Wait, I can. Wait. Oh, and leper, fuck you, man.
Salad, I need your weapon. There's a mushroom man here.
I don't have a weapon.
But I thought you had a rake!
Yeah, it broke.
What are we gonna do? Puff him to death?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can win this, right? Ow!
Oh, I'm on 1 HP.
Oh, dude, okay, let's not. Dude, this takes forever.
gotta play the game. Good.
This game is a little. I think I don't mind this game, but I feel like it's a little too punishing when you die. At least as like a stream game.
I have an upgrade. Do not know where to use this.
I'll be back in 1 sec, guys.
Upgrade here. Okay, nice.
Uh-oh. What? I just got... I just got... What the fuck?
Yeah, how do you like playing the game, Salad? Yeah.
Okay.
That was really funny though.
Afterburner? What does that mean? Hey, stop the damn floor.
Missed.
Okay, let's see. Chill
Game's
plane
hot.
again. All right, bottles. There's a reviver here.
I don't
Yes.
really...
Okay, that's good.
Is that handcuffs?
The fuck? Handcuffs?
Yeah. Hot. Uh-oh. Eyeball.
Oh yeah, bottles here, bottles.
I'm gonna bait him. He's gonna die. Get my ball, yeah? Yeah. Let's do it.
The fake elevator.
Oh, it's Lepa.
Wait, Lipa! Where you at?
Oh.
Wait, why do you have a head? Get fucking handcuffed!
Oh no. I don't think he's surviving this.
Fuck off! Okay, I'm going.
This is what happens when you laugh at me for Pinwheel.
Oh, it's not even real. The fucking. Yeah, let me.
PNG elevator.
Why is he, like, aura walking me? Shit. Puff, 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 puff more, puff more, puff
We all
more.
got fucking invaded
Okay, why
on
can't I
Dark Souls.
leave?
It's like a fog wall.
Oh wait, I think I need to punish this. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Livers!
Nope. Nope. Get out of my elevator! Oh my god.
Time to clutch.
I wonder what
New
HP
weapon.
he's on.
Wait, kill him with traps. Kill him with traps.
I miss playing Dread
Come on,
Hunger.
die.
Dread Hunger was a
Die,
lot of
Lepa.
fun.
What the?
Oh, it's over.
Welcome to the club.
Give me a hug, bitch! Man.
I mean, that was the
So,
worst.
So I think we're supposed to maybe not, you know, we're supposed to visit every floor and not visit 2 of them in the 20 floors we went to.
I think so. I think so. So we can stock up on stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's floors that are just loot, from what I remember.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Oh, what buff do you have this time?
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Oh right, we have a cassette. Where do I? Oh.
Wait, I'm fucking insane. I have plus 20
Wait.
health.
I'm thick.
Oh, we
If I
know that.
Well, if I punch enemies, they fly away. It says.
Oh.
I have health, movement speed, and an extra equipment slot.
I
Yeah, I
can't. I can't
health,
fit through
movement
narrow
speed.
gaps.
Yeah, you're like
and
tall.
minus
You're
50%.
actually fucking big. Like look
You're
at you
really
compared to
big.
us.
Yeah. What the hell? It's like IRL. Yeah.
Man, it's like, this is the first time it's ever happened too. It's crazy.
Okay.
Get rid of my head.
Bro finally knows how it feels.
Oh, man, I have to play with a head.
Oh, poor baby.
Wait, what? Poor thing.
Oh, wait. Sometimes my vision will just go dark. What a great perk.
Yeah.
But I also see items through walls. Alright, if you find an enemy, just hit me up.
I'm just gonna run at you and start screaming.
Oh, I got a... I'm farting.
Oh, you got the farting one.
Yeah, I think I got farts.
Unlucky.
What does it do?
Maybe it's like the enemies don't
Bonus!
like the farts.
Medkit!
rake.
Can't we go in here? Oh, I'm too big to go in!
Got some gas.
Look,
Fucking
Yeah,
A.
yeah,
play the
brother.
game this time.
Oh my god, there's god seeds in here, guys.
What? Oh, dude, there's a secret fucking. Oh my god.
Shut up, shut up. There's a med.
Albert, 5 times.
We have a med kit
Oh.
here now. Okay, shush, shush, shush.
I have a rake.
Shush, shush, gosh.
Hello,
There's no-
webcam mic.
There's
It's
no
so
back
weird
and I-
seeing you taller than it.
It's so weird.
What? What?
Oh, I can literally jump on boxes to destroy them.
Damn, you
Or-
are big.
Fucking A, this is awesome.
Okay. Nice loot room. Nice loot room.
Yeah, this is good, this is good. Oh, the mouth is the storage. Alright, we'll have a med kit in storage. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my god, you're so big and handsome.
Oh yeah, I can just run over boxes. This is sick.
Oh damn.
Dude, there's so many fucking things on these.
That's
again.
so nice.
Yeah, super nice. Oh, there's a gamba here. There's a gamba.
Gamba.
Oh shit!
My turn, my turn, my turn. What?
Bozo.
I'm going for it.
Be careful, little
What
man.
the?
Oh, you guys suck. What the fuck? Did you just call me little man?
Me?
Oh, you got some meat. Wait,
Can
I
I,
hear a monster.
can I
dog.
even, can I crouch under this? Yeah, I can. Monster, I'm gonna fight. Fuck this.
Get him.
Oh yeah, I hear him. I hear him. He's over here.
Oh no, there's two.
Oh.
Let's use the trap.
Ooh, there's few. Oh my god, there's a mag. Oh, a flare gun.
Careful, yeah.
Oh. He's gonna get stuck in that trap.
Repair kit.
Ow. How do you...
Behind you, disc.
Whoa! Ooh, a gear.
I have a megaphone. I don't know what to do with it. Ah!
Yeah, fuck you, buddy. You may or may not have hit me like twice, but okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Oh, bottle.
Yeah, you dropped something.
Oh, a locker room. Nothing.
Oh, meat stacks if you pick it up.
Oh, nice.
Do you have human flesh or monster flesh?
meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in the lockers. Oh, I guess I missed the bottles though.
Oh, I got a golden bottle. That's worth like 3 or something.
Oh, damn it.
Hell yeah. Where's Leper?
You went the other way here.
Leper?
We're sitting on a good amount of loot now, I feel. Use the trap here.
Oh, does he get stuck in it?
Yeah, and then you can punch it for We also have a trap here. Trap here.
Oh, nice. Oh, what are we doing, Leper? What are we doing? Bullying a mushroom.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I found every single mine monster in the game. I swear. I had to dodge like
Say that
3.
you snuffled it quickly because it went into you on my screen.
Oh, really?
Is there anything left here? We just go to the next floor?
No.
I'm ready.
You got a freaking Gotta go.
I'm ready.
Is that the Malo cannon?
Bread. A repair kit.
Oh, nice. I don't know why these vases are here, but you can break them. Oh, wait, no,
Yeah.
there was slime in it once. I guess you can get them. Yeah, there's I think we're done with this fall.
Weird sound going on. Oh wait, no, that's my perk. I'm seeing shit through walls. Fucking A.
balls.
Cross the skid stuff. Blood. Oh, does this go up?
Water!
Neighbor? Munka. Better not get too deep. Ow!
Oh, whoa.
Ah, gasolina, gasolina! Oh my god, I got 8 bit vision.
What is happening to me?
It was a poison mine, I think. Yeah, it was a poison mine here.
Did anybody go this way? Bread. I don't know what the point of destroying those is. Oh! The music in this game is pretty comfy. I like it.
Oh,
I don't know what this is for.
just the power, I think.
What'd
Well,
you find?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, we're just like squeaking this. Maybe we should not do that with the water in the...
Do it.
Okay. Oh, I just turned off all the lights.
That didn't say much compared.
That's good to know.
I took a shit ton of damage when I walked through here, but I don't know what it was.
I think it was like a poison thing went off.
It was a poison mine, yeah.
Oh. Have we explored the entire zone?
I went down that way. So.
I have 15 bottles. I could buy a live beer.
Isn't that just to revive or?
No, I think you can still buy. Yeah, this is a heal, 80 heal.
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
I'll stash it in KLETKA.
What the fuck, KLETKA?
It was already here when I was...
Is that a cannon?
A cannon.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's the
Why-
Morocco cannon. See?
Why is it so well made?
On my first rodeo.
See, it's a shame the fuel tank thing is like
It's
in the wrong
goofy,
direction.
guys. See?
Goofy? Bro, that's not even...
You can't stash live beer?
You know
Oh,
what the
really?
worst part is? I actually kind of see it. I kind of see that it's goofy.
Oh, I'm out.
Gosh.
Yeah, you can't stash live beer, and I think if I throw it, maybe it can break.
Does it break? Yeah, just keep it then, I guess.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Oh, I found the new
Alright.
cassette.
How's
How
how's
about
the
fucking-
fuel situation? It's great. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're doing well. We're doing well. Oh, it's one of these.
Oh,
Ah!
nice.
You hurt yourself.
Loot room, my fucking ass. There's now tin here. Nothing here.
Wait, how is this goofy?
I can kind of see it. It kind of looks a little.
Oh
like
yeah, no,
it.
I see it. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
He's got the mutton chops and shit, you know.
Yeah.
He's giving off. Who pissed on the floor?
Someone has a.
No, who's the little piss boy? Jesus Christ, man.
It's so.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Kind of scary. Oh. What? Guys, there's a rat. Monster meat. I can't believe I died to that rat earlier today in DS1. That shit was absurd. Let's feed this guy. What is this stomach thing? I heard.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with liking lava.
Tight space was over here. Over here.
Yes.
Show hole.
Oh, can you break
Here?
it?
Here. In here, there's the bottles and shit.
Oh, it's actually just too
Oh.
big. That's really funny. Ah, the one bottle.
Oh.
There was a live beer in here too. But not
There's
mine.
a door here, locked door here too.
Why can't you just run that? You're huge.
Can you break the door?
Yeah, you
Can.
like, touch them.
Yeah, but you take health damage. I mean.
Want me to shoot it?
Yeah, I ain't a pussy. I'm gonna break it. What?
Got it.
Okay.
I got eaten by one of the. Yeah. Punch up! Punch up!
My God. I'm getting fucking PTSD from Half-Life.
Oh,
Yeah.
cassette, guys. I'm gonna go listen to some
Nice.
tunes.
Hell yeah. Get the shit out. Do we even know where we're going?
Yeah, this is not. Yeah.
This is not the right way.
It's this way. Here.
Oh no,
Worms! Worms! No, worms! Come in here! Come in here! Are we all in? No, someone's missing.
Leper.
Lepa?
Jesus Christ.
Wait, is that Harry Potter music?
No!
Sounded like
Nowhere near! Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Lights. Tropical flies.
What the fuck is that? There's some small gnomes or something. There's gnomes!
That's your real size.
Ooh, another cassette. What the fuck was that? That Lepa? mean, I guess I'll try to open. Oh, that was not smart. Skips the gnomes, so, you know, they can deal with it. It's fine. Oh no. Okay.
Okay, we're fine. We're not fine, this!
Should we just leave?
Wait, you can kill the one when it comes out of the ground.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I punched it a little bit. Oh my!
I'm leaving. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I have 2 lockpicks now. We got double lockpicks. I'm gonna.
I think salad.
We have 6 lockpicks. 6 lockpicks.
I'm gonna upgrade the scanner.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
You
Nice.
can do it? What did
Yeah,
you use
if
for it?
yeah, well, the gear. The gear upgrades, like, you can upgrade this thing, the KLETKA itself, the gas, and the scanner, I think.
Ah. Ah.
So now it'll show us if we have upgrades on the floor we're going to, I think.
Oh, the worm though. Sick.
Oh yeah, I got another cassette.
Oh. Oh, nice. I could have sworn I heard it like a Harry Potter theme.
I mean, he's still alive according to this. He was
He
over
is.
this way. I don't know if the worm's stopped now, but
Well, he's right here. He's trying to open
Hey,
the
buddy.
door.
Yeah. I found you can find like upgrades like in Fallout. I just got something that makes me deal more damage now.
Oh. Oh, there's beer.
oh!
I got you. Oh, just punch up.
Nice.
And these live beers are expensive.
Yeah. I got like 23 bottles though.
I got 8.
Did you go in here, Dis?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're clear now. Yeah, when those worms attack you, when they come out the floor, you can punch them for a little bit. They're just gonna stay there.
Oh.
Yeah. I also got some fuel.
I went the
Wait,
wrong
where
way.
the fuck are we?
Are we going
I was
back?
following you, Dis.
So-
We have a lot of lockpicks, so we can open some shit if you find
Oh,
lots
nice. Oh, there was like a bunch on the last floor. Okay, so I guess we just gotta be perfect with our piling.
Food.
Who's here? Uh-oh.
That's what I was wondering. There's someone pissed on the floor.
It says there's 5 upgrades on this floor. Or maybe that's the distance.
mushroom.
How does this work?
Oh, shit.
Wait, is the gun broken?
No. I'm out of bullets.
Here, I think I have ammo for it. I think I have 1 ammo.
Wow.
Right out of the way, Ella.
Sorry. No,
How do we get through this, like, crack?
Nothing? No, no, got some. Oh my. How much HP did you guys just lose?
I lost a lot. Oh, fuck.
What?
That was pointless. I'm going back.
How do you get to this pillar?
That doesn't sound good. We got a lockpick?
There's one back on the ship.
The shit.
The KLETKA, sorry. I've just played too much Lilo Comedy.
Wait, do we take damage from the freeze?
I don't think so.
No. But you gradually increase it though.
Yeah, it builds up.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go open that lab up.
Maybe we can feed it to KLETKA.
Bro, a
You
lock
just eat them, I
door
guess
is
they're
a
craftable.
bomb? Bro, what is that?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Don't brother
What the fuck
me.
is that light over there? A shot!
Slad, help me.
I found a shop.
I saw them.
Dead. We need to revive him.
I saw the mine.
Oh, okay, I won't buy anything. There's
Well,
a suicide bomb
I'm
dude
blind
over
then.
there.
Oh.
There was a
wanna
bomb
know what's
flipping
in
through the
your room.
door at eye level. I
There's
didn't
meat.
see it.
There is.
Oh,
Just shot.
thanks, guys.
How did this die?
Wait,
I don't know.
Am-
Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's a suicide guy.
Oh shit. Where is he?
what is going on?
Over in front of us. Wait, this isn't dead.
Wait, what is going on? I'm back.
Wait.
I'm here. I thought you guys couldn't
what?
see me. I don't know what's going on. Did you get what's?
Run!
Did Lepa save me?
Yeah, mate. Salad.
Ow.
Oh, fire!
Did you revive me,
What the
Lepa?
fuck was that?
I think so.
That's why I was running. The
did you-
suicide guy.
How?
I have 11 health.
Bottles?
Oh, you used the machine? Okay, I guess it just spawns you in like a random spot then.
Oh, so that's what happened. Okay.
Oh, I can now sprint.
Well, thank you,
at
buddy.
full carry rate with normal speed.
Good.
Oh, I found an upgrade.
How does he not see that?
Guys,
I
if
didn't
we
see
pool
it.
our efforts, we can get a gear.
How do
we
we get into this room, by the way? Like, what is this?
I have 12.
I'll give you 3.
Sure. No, fuck. Wrong button. Thank you. Wow. Alright, we have a gear. We have a gear.
This guy, he's so
Nice.
freaky.
Yeah. I'm going back. I have 11 health.
Do any of you guys have inventory room?
Yeah.
I have
There's one of those
nothing.
junk curlers in one of these rooms, and the
Okay.
right one here. Just careful of the mine. On your left. Here. Nice.
Do you guys know how to get into this room? Like, can we? What is this pillar
You
thing?
have to break the wall.
Oh. You need like an explosive, I guess.
Yeah, maybe that junk curler could do it.
Should I try?
It couldn't hurt to use one of them and just see. Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
did
it has
damage,
health.
just not a lot.
Yeah.
yeah. There's probably something you're really useful for it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought I recognized the song.
Monster meat everywhere in here. What do you guys do?
Well, I can't. There's like, yeah.
Yeah, I played Dark.
It was like full on hunger.
Good.
I have,
Oh,
I have an
bottles.
upgrade.
There's a bag slot here. Anyone wants an extra bag slot?
Did you upgrade our...
I already have one.
This. Okay.
I already have 4 slots.
Okay. Yeah, you can have more though. I have 5 now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had 6 slots.
Okay.
I was trying to give
Didn't
them
know
out,
you
but then
could-
everyone fucking died.
I didn't know you.
Oh, Jared, thank you so
scanner
much
is
for
really
the raid.
nice.
I'm so sorry I didn't see that. Oh my god, I feel so bad.
Did you use the gear?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And I put the gun inside because we have no ammo for it.
Nice.
Oh,
There's electricity in that.
Ow,
Yeah.
ow, 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 my ass.
Yep. I don't know
we
about this
just-
floor.
Yeah.
how much damage is it?
Let's see.
Oh, it's
It kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. That one's a bit of an L.
This game gets very good. Okay.
Scan.
Oh yeah.
More water?
Again.
Not electrocuted. Though.
Ow,
Oh yeah, it is.
ow.
What the?
Yeah, we go next. We go next.
Hold on. I could...
I think Lepa just likes electric water.
Oh, fuck. Overload. I messed up.
Oh, nice.
Medkit.
Okay, that.
Nice. Musikas.
Flies? You?
Morgul flies. Oh,
I fired?
Is everyone in?
Oh,
Yep.
I'm sorry.
We need one more upgrade and we get the last.
Me, leper. I've got pink eye now.
Good.
Yeah. We need one more upgrade and we get the blight. There's
Blight.
blight here.
What is light?
No idea. There's 2 tools here. 5 upgrades.
What is this music? Oh my god.
Rat!
There's a rat.
Oh.
What is this, like an 8-bit video game now?
Yeah, here.
Oh, watch out for the...
Oh, oopsie.
Yeah, they're hard to spot.
Oh, not the ceiling. Oh. Ooh. That, Lepa?
Oh, shit!
What is it?
It was a moving mine, and then there was a thing on the ceiling, and it tried to eat me.
Do you need heals?
Yes.
Here, take
Did you just take
this.
my heals?
No, no.
Okay, thank you. Oh. Can we get in here?
I don't think so.
Ow. I have a pet rat.
Oh, nice. You gonna feed it?
Oh, to KLETKA?
Yeah, he's hungry.
Yay!
Oh, so this shows how much is left on the floor. I see. Wait, what is that? Did somebody die there? Oh, not again, dude. Oh, shit.
I think he might.
What's up?
I'm gonna use his meat to feed
Oh,
our
Ella just
Did
died.
Ella die? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the worms. There's a. Oh no!
no. The what?
Oh, there's a demon mommy nearby.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm kind of curious, but no, mommy.
No!
Oh,
Damn it.
Bad boy!
oh, you can find weapons with like upgrades on it or something? Mine has like a blue
Where you go?
icon. Does like 30 more damage.
Ow,
What the?
ow, ow,
Ow, ow, ow, ow.
Owie, wowie. Mommy, stop.
Ow, stop touching me! Okay, they're gone. Well, rest in peace, Ella.
Yeah, we gotta get Ella. I can revive
Yeah.
him, I think.
Wait, how many bottles you guys got?
I have like 32.
Oh, okay. You could definitely res them then.
I have a human arm. Maybe I should feed it.
Missed.
Grab him.
I'm on my way, Ella.
I can breathe.
I have 9 HP.
You say he has 9 health?
Oh,
Oh,
was not
mushroom
so
man. The
I have
merchant.
vodka.
Oh wait, we can bully this guy when he slips in the trap.
I found a whip!
Where was that?
It's on the bed.
Oh, damn. How much damage does that do?
We'll find out. Hello, everyone.
Now watch me win. Oh shit, nice.
Good amount.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, suicide bomber! Suicide bomber!
Hello?
I'm okay. It's,
Okay.
I'm okay. It kind of hurt.
You don't sound very okay.
Ooh. Oh, god damn it. Holy fucking mist, what the? Oh my god, it's so... What the fuck? It just teleported me. Where the hell am I? have like a loot area? Is it gonna teleport me back now? Bro, I can't fucking see anything. Hello? Guys? Hello? Oh my god, the mist took me somewhere.
Yeah, same.
I got some loot though.
Let's hear it.
Wait, is Salad dead?
Yeah.
Is that his leg?
Bit
Oh, that's an arm.
song. I also have 2 pet rats.
Find a res. How much is it to res?
18, it's right here.
Oh, I have 16 on me.
I'll give you 2.
Okay. I might find.
Oh wait, this lowers your max health. Is it permanent?
There's a fake.
Oh no, I think it's just temporary.
Oh shit. Oh, there's a fucking gear here. Ooh, I just smoked a doobie, guys. Holy shit, man, I'm feeling real good.
Worms.
Oh, the eyeball here.
What does the eyeball even do?
I don't know, it's just called an eye roll.
Wait, it says you can loot them. I looted them.
Oh.
I'm gonna read about them. Oh, if you feed it to KLETKA, something funny might happen. It says.
What's happening?
I'm going back.
Is that
Fuck this.
worms? Oh,
Wait,
Get back here,
automatic.
guys.
Somos more.
where are they, dude? Guys! You gotta get here! Where the fuck is everybody? You gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm at 5 health. Salad. Oh, we gotta
I have an
stop it,
eyeball.
dude. What the fuck?
Hold on. It says something funny might happen if you feed this to KLETKA. Oh, a store.
You wanna do that?
Maybe it'll heal us all.
Oh, great fun!
Oh!
Well,
You just almost killed me with your
Vodka.
fart, bro.
I'm at 5 HP, by the way.
Yeah. Dude! Wait, how many bottles do you have?
13. You want some?
Dude, look at this. No, stop. Look at this item, but we don't have enough.
Gigaboos!
Resurrects all dead comrades.
We would have had enough.
Maybe we stopped on the...
Somebody hadn't died. Wait, maybe we can still get his bottles. Beat him up. Punch him.
Oh my god, you almost just killed me.
I'm sorry.
That's
Nope.
okay.
Okay.
Alright, well,
What is the pit?
it's the shop.
Oh, I can feed him. Something? No? Sell? I can sell human parts.
Oh! Wait, we have more. We have, yeah.
Okay, calm down.
We're gonna do it, Lepa. Wait, how many do you have?
14.
I have 14, bro. We're 1 off.
No!
Wait, we could sell something, like a repair kit.
Maybe
Or does
like
it, no,
a
it's probably gotta be
mushroom? I don't
meat,
know.
right? Oh, wait, no, I can sell it.
Good. Nice. Okay, grab these. No, I broke one.
It's okay. Maybe we should just sell like 2, I'm gonna sell 2 repair kits. Or should we drop them? I don't know. It might break.
Yeah, can you catch them from midair? Hold on. If I like point it upwards, do you? No, it doesn't matter. I can just res them. This is excellent. He's going
Oh,
to
wait,
wait. Yo, this is clutch moment for Lepa. King Lepa right here.
That's actually
Why do I
probably
only have
good.
30? I only have 23 bottles. Where's the rest of them?
Kill his body!
Oh my god.
He can get enough. He just has to sell some more stuff.
Did you have 1 health?
I was at 2 health, yeah.
Okay. Meat! You can sell meat!
Wait, did you have 2
sell
of those
this stuff.
repair kits on your inventory?
There's like 4 in the
Surely.
on the ship.
Okay.
4 more. Come on, please. Just. Okay, I'm gonna. Ooh, I'm selling the mushroom. And then.
All the vodka, I have no idea what it does.
It makes you take less damage and helps you in your journey or something. It's
What do you
weird.
mean I'm missing one? I can't math.
There is one behind him. There is one behind him. On the floor.
Fucking blind.
No,
this-
don't say- There's one right
Ow! Oh my god, there's no way.
there.
What the hell is this? A loudspeaker?
It's right there, Lepa!
Okay. Yes. 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 Activate.
Bro,
are you fucking
yes. Yeah, there's a bottle right here.
I did it.
Look!
What?
There's a bottle right here.
There's not a bottle for me there.
I just
Wait,
picked
what?
it up.
Oh, no, there was no bottle there. I
Oh,
swear.
okay.
Well, that's weird.
Okay.
Dude, that was so fucking
That was
funny.
clutch. All right.
That
It's
bottle
not.
was so funny.
That actually
That-
kind of worked out because that gave me more health. I'm at 90 health now instead of 2.
Yeah, I'm at
Good.
90.
I'm at 5.
Good job,
So
Lepa.
I took the hit.
Do we have Mac scanner?
Oh, you want your vodka back?
Frozen.
Vodka? Ella, you want your vodka?
I'm good. It wasn't even mine. It was salad.
Salad, you want your vodka?
What? We could die.
Flies. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
What the? Guys?
A scheisse.
Why can't I help you?
I'm fucking dumb.
I wonder what the yellow bottles means. Like it's a
It gives you-
discount
gives you-
sale or something?
Yeah, discount, yeah.
Wait, there's a mine here. Lepa. Tie her to the mine. There's a mine.
I really do want to
Demon
try and
mommy.
get in here.
Demon mommy.
Yeah.
Demon mommy. Jump. Just. Let's use the mine and kill her.
What was that? I am the prime alpha male. Become just like me if you order my booklet. 3 cans of protein food product for 1 copy. I think they already looted this. Oh, wait, there's another note. My testicles are now the size of cannonballs. That was about the only positive thing that came from drinking that water.
Dude, I don't know what she does. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
I hope she gets blown up by this, because if she fucking don't, it's not good for us.
Salad!
She's not even close to.
I'm on fire! God. I didn't know.
I've got some eyeballs. Oh, I didn't mean to feed that. Oops.
I keep fucking falling, dude.
Oh, somebody's dead.
Yeah. Oh, I got 5 bottles.
I'm gonna smoke some weed.
I'm not letting Demon Mommy catch me, not a chance.
Well, we should probably just. Oh shit!
Oh,
For fuck's
I'm
sakes.
dead!
I'm going
I'm
inside.
on 1 HP, dude. Oh, we're
Do
the
you
only 2 left.
Here, have this.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, how many bottles you got?
I have 13.
13. Okay, I have 12. Let's just go.
I don't know what the fuck happened to those 2.
Hopefully, we just find like a free floor.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's a thing here.
Yellow.
Oh, revive everyone. 27.
Oh. Well, we're not that far off, but dropping the bottles they can break.
Dude, I'm on 6 HP, so first comes to worst. I just need myself first comes to worst.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? I don't want them. Thank you, ghost. Wow, what a friendly ghost. Couldn't be Ella. Gotta be Vespa.
What do the batteries even do?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Another
Not a
bottle?
year. I have 16 now.
I have 14.
If only they didn't break.
I mean,
I
can
could
try
try
to-
lobbing one at your head again, but...
I mean, I might be able to catch them midair. You want to try? Yeah. I mean, you don't need to throw them all. Yeah, come over here. Oh my God, salad. Oh, salad! This fucking guy. Okay, I just need 4 more bottles. I think I could probably get him over here. Guess we gotta wait that out. I'll bring you back, guys. Don't worry. These guys ever go away? I can't really kill them. Oh, it's all up to me. Oh, there's a battery in there. Where's the fucking bottles? There's nothing. Should I go to the next floor, maybe? But no, probably. I don't fucking know. Oh, wait, I thought there was bottles there. Am I going? Oh my god, I'm going fucking backwards. What am I doing, dude? Fuck. Where are the frick? Okay, are there even bottles here? Am I just wasting my time, dude? What am I? This looks exactly the same. Am I going backwards, bro? I'm fucking losing it. I'm gonna. Oh, this is different. Is this one cheaper? No, of course not. All right, maybe we just go to the next floor. What do you guys think? Guess I'll check over here. Oh. My god. I just need one more. Oh, and a cassette tape. Oh, okay, we got it. Thanks, guys. Thanks. I'm gonna save you guys. Am I going backwards? Oh shit. Can I just run past her? Sure, I mean, I'm at full health. Surely she... Oh my god, she's fucking destroying me! Get out of here!
Oh my. Oh, it died! It died, we got the witch thing!
Nice. Oh, we should probably stop.
Watch this.
Thanks, guys.
Jesus, good job.
They can paralyze.
Yeah, that enemy will fuck you up. My god.
Okay, you're not supposed to look into her eyes because they paralyze you.
Trust me, with a body like that, I'm not looking at her eyes.
What does the vodka do? Increases damage resistance. Oh, haste gear. Just for speed. Oh, it's only for speed. I probably should not have tried to run past that girl. Yeah. Well, now I know at least.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm gonna die, guys. Goodbye.
You good? This did such insane play last floor. We got it. We owe it to Resume ASAP. There's a res here. 24. What the fuck?
Oh, that's so
Ow.
expensive.
I didn't know.
What?
I think it barfed up mine. I'm at 70.
Shit.
I have 3 bottles.
I have 3 also. I love this map gimmick. A bottle. Huh? A med kit. Wait, Lepa.
Hi.
Lepa, you need med kit, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
All good.
Well, I'm glad I saved them. It's all good. Don't bring me back.
Loads of bottles all of a sudden. Nice. Thank you.
All good. Giga Wrench is insane. Yeah. Am I tripping balls? What is happening?
I have like 7 slots already, so I don't need
How
it.
many bottles do we have? We need like 24 or 7 or something.
I have 10.
I have 10.
I have 6. So we
This
could.
should be enough.
Well, no, we need like. Well, unless some of them break.
Well, maybe we could try lobbing up each other's heads again.
Sorry, I farted.
I can just go to the next floor, probably.
Oh wait, Salad, you got one of them bottle dudes. No, wait,
Oh,
that's
cool.
something new.
No, I got a purifier.
Behind you.
Oh.
Just floating around.
What is that?
He does something with shooting.
Oh. I think he shoots enemies.
He might.
Wait, what? Oh, this did die. I mean, we can try lobbing these at, like, in the air and see if one of us can catch them.
Try it.
Lay them on the floor.
Well, they have a chance to break.
Okay, Salad, you pick him up because you have 10, I have 6. How many did we need? 24?
24.
How many do you have now?
I have 19, 20. Need 4
Okay.
more.
1. Salad!
That wasn't me!
Just
What is happening?
Ella, just look
more.
straight down. God.
I'm not even doing anything!
Yeah.
My screen looks like you kick them.
No!
Okay, that works. That worked. Okay, we're good. We're good. He's back. He's back. He's back.
Thanks, guys. That was perfect.
Yay!
Anything.
It looked like you kicked them.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
stood there.
We're going. Going.
Yeah, I'm going, yeah.
Go, whoa.
Going.
I'm gonna go.
Oh.
What does it say how full KLETKA
Oh,
is?
Salad lost his balloon.
Oh.
What?
Oh, that mushroom guy. I'm drinking vodka. I
Mommy,
tang.
it's mommy, it's mommy, it's mommy.
It's what?
Demon mommy, run! I'm gonna whip him real good.
Oh shit. Okay, wait. I don't know if that. Oh my god.
Wait, do I have nails? I do.
I have no health left. I have 17 health left. Run!
Gosh. Is she
Or something!
is she coming?
Yeah, she's fast as fuck though.
Do we have a
You
lockpick?
farted on me! Now I have 16.
I'm here. I'm here. I was checking for a lockpick. There's a
Okay.
locked locker here.
Akrotid. There's a guy here named Akrotid.
Oh,
Akrotid?
oh, what the fuck? Wait, should we save him?
Akrotid.
Well, it's a mimic, I think.
Oh. Well, he's
We're not
dead.
named
Oh yeah, you're
Akrotid.
right.
Wait, he had a crowbar though. Loot that shit.
Oh yeah.
I got
Got him.
Nice.
Dead.
The bottle.
Watch out for the mine!
Mine? Where?
Mine? Mine?
Mine? Oh yeah, I see it. Wait, oh yeah, weapon! Nice.
Careful now.
Can we try to kill Demon Mommy?
Sure.
I have a weapon now too.
I have 7 shots for the nail gun.
I have 8
I
bottles.
have 2 shots.
I
I think.
think they bring salad back.
Oh, frost essence. What the hell is that?
Yeah, we got those before too. We don't know what to do with them.
So
That
this
only
is
requires 15.
Wait,
I
guys.
have 5.
I think we can enchant our weapons using the frost essence at the pillar. Because one of my weapons had the same icon and it had plus 30 damage. As the
Yeah,
frost essence.
I have a lightning like weapon here. So yeah, definitely enchantments.
Do we what?
We wanna.
I mean, we could kill Demon
I
Mommy maybe.
Get salad, did you
many-
say? I only
Yeah,
have 3 bottles.
I have 5.
Well, that's enough.
Oh,
only
is it
requires
cheap?
15.
Wait,
How many do you have?
8. Oh, salad is alive? No, stop.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he's alive?
How?
How
Oh,
is he
yeah.
alive?
I thought the
Oh,
demon
we didn't
mommy got killed.
confirm it, right?
Oh, I thought someone saw him die.
I thought I did. Never mind then.
Did we go down this other path here? Bro, how do you jump that? Guess you want to jump on the side. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. No, 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 no. Fuck off. Guys? Oh god. Oh Jesus Christ. Is everyone fucking dead? What? Dude. No, no. Oh my god. Fuck.
Insane. Like,
What the?
I didn't want to leave Salad to die.
yeah, I figured. Fuck, we're
is
gonna have
that
to
this?
reset unless Salad
No.
saves us.
I mean, I feel like the strat, if you're on your own, you could just, you know, if a floor is like sus, just keep going to the next floor because you can get a lot
Yeah.
of like the free floors.
Yeah, we definitely like we have all the repairing fuel
You
to
guys
just
are
keep
alive,
going.
yeah.
right?
If he runs into a mine,
You
I'm
guys
banning
are
him from
alive.
chat.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, he's gonna get demon mommied though.
What the fuck?
Uh-oh. Fucking slaughter over here.
What the fuck happened here?
Bomb went off.
Oh no, she's coming, she's coming. Is she? Oh my god, he doesn't know. Yeah, she's right there. Pull the lever. Pull the lever. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, that's a
good
shame.
lord.
Well, I found out what happened. Guys,
He
the
was at
fuck.
half HP though.
Yeah. Wait, this is a good floor though.
Yeah, I think so.
I really like this game. We gotta play more. I mean, I think there is an ending to it also.
Yeah, I think it's at like floor 100 or
It's
maybe
100?
It's either 50
Yeah.
or 100. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I made it there once, but we were like super unprepared. And that was like right when the game came out.
Yeah, I don't know if it had an ending then, or maybe it did. Yeah, there is an
I'm
ending
curious
apparently.
how all of you managed to die, though.
He saw the reason why
Yeah,
we all
he
died
saw.
there.
Did you also just die to the Demon mommy.
Big booty demon lady.
Yeah, we were in the
Yeah.
elevator and she just like snuck up on us and killed us.
I shot her with the nail gun, but I don't even know if it did anything.
Yeah.
I didn't even see a health bar. Do you even think you can kill her?
Yeah, she was at half health.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not. I see you pointing out the mine. I do. I'm not too sure this is gonna go all too well.
Hope KLETKA doesn't spit out
Okay.
of mine. Oh, he missed the bottle. Fucking guy.
Can't believe this guy.
Send it.
Can't believe you've done this. Oh, I don't like this. Why are the doors open?
Why is
are
it so
all the doors
green?
open?
Oh yeah, why are all the doors open? That's a good question.
Oh, it's Gretchen's.
Oh, it's okay. Is that the small gnomes or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're coming. They're coming for him.
Yeah. He's gonna run into a mine, I swear. Uh-oh, demon mommy.
Again?
Yeah.
Oy.
What is
What
that?
the hell is that? Oh,
Oh.
he's got a fly. Oh, I want to see that in the journal. Maybe it scares away other flies or something.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I have 2 pets. I have no idea what the fuck that other one does. Son of a fucking saw it.
What?
He saw it.
Dude, there's fucking nothing.
Oh, 69.
Bottles are so hard to find. Oh, 5 bottles. I have 20.
Oh
If I can
no.
find one of those things, I can get one of you at the very least.
If he gets to a shop, he can definitely give us. Honestly, if you're by yourself, get into the shop so you can sell stuff. It's probably pretty good.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe it doesn't
He should
always
just
sell
work.
the Giga Revive though.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
No, he should ditch. He should ditch. Yeah.
I'll revive one of you though. Oh!
Oh, I think he's on a ball.
Hey, that's a good floor, right?
Yeah.
He just got electrocuted. Okay, he definitely has enough to res at least one person, though. In before Demon Mommy on this floor, too.
I have 22. That's a fucked up mine.
Oh.
I see the mine, damn you.
I don't trust this guy.
I have 26.
There's another bottle. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Yikes.
What's up, takers? How's it going, man? I think he can do this.
Yeah, I think so. It's UK lad.
I wish we could see his health. I wonder.
Hosts.
What's
Host to must. What?
Oh, he needs a rake. He needs a
What
rake
the
for the
fuck is-
sludge.
What?
Oh, okay.
I assume all of this shit does damage. Oh my.
Why doesn't he?
Oh, there's a res there. There was a res.
Yeah, is he blind?
Oh, he didn't see it. He didn't realize it was a res, I think.
We can't ping it, can we?
Oh no, 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 no! He's gonna run into the cone. No.
He is throwing.
If he dies to this cone, there's another and a mine. No, dude. Oh my god, my ass is clenched. He's gonna die to the fucking cone. Like
the fucking trap. I'm fucking dead.
Oh my god.
Salado.
You tried, buddy. Oh, I'm big this time.
VLC.
The hell?
There's a store.
Hey, where'd Ella go?
Salad's AFK.
Ella's gone somehow.
Oh, I think we're bugged because this can't see you, Ella.
Yeah.
Maybe remake lobby. I don't know.
We're doing another round? I know this is normally when Ella anyways is.
I didn't. What?
Hello?
Hello.
yep.
Hi. Hello.
What up?
Nice hat. This.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
nice hat.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
How the fuck did you all die?
The fucking
mommy.
demon mommy, dude. Cause like I was at the elevator and she was on me, but you were like nowhere to be fucking found. So I was like, all right, I'll try to. I didn't want to kill you.
Oh,
Yes, Salad. How did you die exactly? Hmm?
okay. I don't want to hear that. All three of you died to Dommy Mommy. Okay, I tried.
You died to VLC media player, man.
You
After
ran
running
past a res.
A res.
Listen, man. I tried, and that's what's important here.
I think if it's like sus, just going to the next floor if you're by yourself isn't a bad idea. Cause like I don't know how often the shop shows up with the Giga Res, but
Yeah, I have no idea.
it might be worth just like going until you get that.
Yeah, maybe.
Can you guess
Are
where
we?
I am?
Are we gonna try another run? We got time.
Yeah, I guess.
Can do.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could just play it and see how it goes. And then,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
yeah.
I mean, I think it saves anyways.
Can you guess who I am?
Oh yeah, you're the alt F4 guy. You're the alt F4 guy. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot to stop the elevator. I
Oh
stopped
my.
it at an ass.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a good floor. Oh, that was close, Salad. Oh yeah, this you can roll the boxes now.
Oh yeah.
It's so nice. It's actually so
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, if you want to buy something from the shop, do it from me, because I have a discount. Actually,
Yes. I have.
on every
Realize the
purchase, I have
something-
15% sale.
Oh, why do I only have 5?
Why 15? Wow.
Why am I
Let
so
me
useless?
blow myself up. This is my legs are strong. I'm kind of curious.
No, you will take damage. It just you won't get knocked back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I had that. I have it this time now too.
I see.
Oh, there's a slight chance that a bottle that I collect comes into my inventory doubled.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Leave all the bottles for flippers?
I assume that doesn't work on bottles that are you drop yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try it. Whoa, Max.
Turn the radio back on. I was jamming, bro. Oh, what the? This fucking trap.
Hello.
Oh wait, I should have I started picking up the bottles, but then I realized I should have left them for Lepa.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Okay.
Okay, I'm picking this
Oops.
one up now. Oh, whoops, here he is. Hey.
Around here, they picked them all up though.
Ow, ow.
I picked up a lot.
Ow, ow, fuck.
Yeah, it was me.
Not
My
mine.
bad.
Not the bees.
Why is... Oh, it's because of the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
I already have 6 bottles. I only picked up 3. That's pretty
Okay,
good value.
not bad.
Wait, that's
Well, there was
insane
like
here.
there was like another 3 in the
Store!
other direction.
There's a store here.
Oh, we gotta go.
Oh fuck. Run, guys!
Wait. Oh no, I'm okay.
Bingy, bingy,
I'm in, I'm in.
bongy.
Man, that shit's fucked, man.
Oh. Okay.
Fine.
Oh, the fucking bugs, dude.
Fucking rat.
My flashlight
So
doesn't work at all.
Do they
Oh,
have
the
do the
fucking
bugs?
bees.
Can we kill them?
I think you can, yeah. There's a wrench. Can't believe you did this like this.
I didn't even realize they were still
Chase,
chasing. Yeah.
Damn. No, I think.
My flashlight doesn't work.
Poor baby. Ah, nice.
Mushroom guy here.
Yeah, no, I'm on
the mine.
I'm on 50 HP, not happening.
Yeah, don't. I'll let him walk on the mine. Just don't make him
Oh, yeah,
aggro
yeah.
over to the side. Though the mine fucking hurts. That's big range, so.
You tried jumping over it, dumbass.
The bullying is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. Do we have a megaphone? Oh. Is there any more loot here? I feel like we got mostly everything now.
Yeah.
fucking in the wall.
Why me?
They don't know I'm here. What is going on? I guess there's more stuff to grab.
Huh.
I'm just being lazy.
Dead too. What?
They're dead?
Sal's dead.
Oh,
I think
Sal
this
is dead.
This is being silly.
Oh, what the fuck? There's a whole
Wait,
ass room.
Salad's dead?
Done here.
Oh
Yeah, he
shit.
is.
Sorry, Salad.
Wait, isn't this salad? Yeah, it is.
Toss
Lol.
the salad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a wrench here. Oh, okay.
I can grab it.
Yeah, okay, nice. It's here. Here.
I need bottles.
How many do you have now? 9.
I have 8. Ooh, I got a Giga Wrench.
I mean, I can give you.
It says 18 on me.
Oh yeah, I have a discount. Yeah.
All right. Great.
So who's grabbing bottles? You are, Lipa?
I guess.
Yep.
Minus
Yeah.
2. All right. This is going great.
How many do you need?
18. I have 14. Right. 16. 17.
Okay, that's my last one. Okay, there we go.
Hey, salad.
Hey guys.
Welcome back.
Oh my god, the fucking face is so. Yeah, you stepped on a mine for sure.
I actually don't even know what killed me. I got poisoned by the thing on the floor because the level
Oh my
dude
God.
ran over it and then I just died.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff that happens, you know. Oh shit. Yeah, I ain't doing
yeah,
that.
no, fuck
Yeah.
I
that.
ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
Lepo, just go for it.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I have a mine, by the way.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How much damage does it say it does?
Doesn't say.
Oh, yeah, weird. I guess it's safe in the side room? How are they?
I don't know.
not
Something just
dead
blew
yet.
up, so yeah. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill here.
Yeah. Sounds good. I guess you gotta find the electricity box and turn off the electricity.
Stepped on a mine.
Yeah, we heard it. The electricity box? Bog. Oh yeah, the guitar is a weapon, right? That's 25 damage.
Can I angle it?
Ah, take your time, man. I'm just playing.
You gonna join me?
Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Let's go. You can run through all these crates. This?
Oh, they turned it off? Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
shit.
did. Yeah.
Your immersion. Sorry, man. I should have left these for Lepa to pick up. Ooh. Only 7? 90 damage, 20 rounds. That gun
this a permanent
seems
book?
like it's worth buying. It's only 7.
Is it the flare gun? Or what?
No, it's like, it's a gun that does 90 damage, has 20 shots.
Oh
So
shit!
it costs,
That's
it costs
actually
7
good,
at the shop.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
All I ever find in these fucking lockers is dudes.
Yeah. Can you afford the gun?
I can't. No, I'm missing one bottle.
How much does it cost for you? 6 or 7?
6. Yeah, 6.
Okay, here.
7.
Shut up, Salad. Shush. You want this gun list?
I've got a Giga Wrench, actually, so somebody else can take it.
I mean, I have a rifle and I have a rake, so I really don't need it.
Oh, fucking hell, I'm lost. Oh, I found a gear, by the way.
Nice. There's a pistol in KLETKA.
Deal. Is that, are we all here? No.
No.
Hi. Hey.
So why is there a mine on the floor?
I got it from killing a mine guy. You can pick it up if you want. You use it.
I know.
Well, anyone
we all
but
know
Salad.
We all know what's gonna happen if I do that, yeah.
Oh, this is such a small room.
Pick everything up.
Let me pick up the bottles.
Ow.
Oh, right, I can't fit. That's sad.
Yeah. You're too big.
You're a big boy.
Now you know how it feels. Easy.
There's a gun in the storage, by the way, if anyone doesn't have a weapon. Is that a cone? I will murder this damn cone.
Oh, bottle. Oh, bottle. Nice.
Rat? What cone? The fuck this? Did you
I've got a
kill it?
Giga Wrench. Mm-hmm.
Oh my
My wrench does
God.
250 damage.
Jesus.
Is that an enemy? Oh,
Yes.
nice. Perfectly timed.
Yeah, the rat. Nice. Oh my god. Stand the fucking champ. Oh, so, oh wait, I wonder if Leopard picks a subject and he can duck times 5.
Oh,
wait, no,
wow.
The thing. We gotta go.
Oh, yeah. Wait, no, that... Oh, you're right. I thought it was worms, but yeah, you're right. Hopefully they're here, so I'm gonna fucking die.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Alright, I'm in.
We need to go.
I can't even see if he's alive or not. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that went great.
Oh,
Fucking
dude,
leper!
Dude,
my bottle was
dude.
just
There was like,
fucking
Leper
hell.
just left like 10 things as well.
Oh my god. Fucking game.
I should have
Oh,
stopped.
it's all off.
It's so over.
Oh, and it's an interesting floor too.
It's okay, buddy.
Yeah. Sorry guys, no content for you.
Human leg is actually a good weapon.
Oh really?
I forgot you have. It takes time to
This
like
pretty good.
pull the lever.
Who the? But that was a friendly guy. He
Was it though?
Friendly.
No, he was. I don't trust anyone. What they do is they're gonna run in and steal our shit in the elevator. See, he dropped
he was-
bottles and shit.
But he was a nice guy.
No. How many bottles
yeah.
do you have?
Man,
I have 4, 3, 5.
4, 3, 5. Well, Leopard dropped like fucking 20.
Yeah, it did. What the hell is this area?
That's what I mean. It's fucked.
How many bottles do you have, by the way?
I was
this
revived
area-
thinking.
How are we ever
18.
18?
How
Well,
many
it's
I
16
had?
for me. So
Oh, okay.
Maybe 15 to 20, I don't know.
Okay. I was just curious because of the perk.
If only Leper was still
Probably had a
alive.
ton.
Fucking flies, dude. Oh, don't walk in the water. Don't walk in the water.
I was not landing on.
I wanted to test it. You never know.
What's up, Wild Toaster? I'm doing all right. Got a good run going in DS1 Rando. Just playing some games with the lads, though. Taking a short break today.
Salad.
I can revive somebody. Oh, there's
We
there's-
haven't. There is a revive all
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
left,
yeah.
but we don't have enough for that, do we?
27 and I have 18.
24. I have 6. Oh, well, if you manage to throw all 18 to me without losing one, we got it. Yes. 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 Yep.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
One of these is gonna break.
It's amazing how many don't break.
Yeah, true.
What? It's
How much
crazy.
HP do you have?
30.
Oh,
Son
no.
of a bitch.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll find an extra. It's fine.
I hate this. As if one of them broke. That's so
Yeah, we need. It's fine though. There's plenty of boxes. I'm sure we'll find. There's a mine here, Salad.
Shut the fuck up.
I need bottles.
Yeah, mind your business.
Oh.
I kind of want to go through these like holes here and see what's on the other side, but
How much health do you have?
I have 26.
I mean, yeah, I have 30. No, I'm not gonna risk it.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
risk it
risk.
because
You can risk it, and I'll just find one more and rest everybody. So.
Okay. I lost like 5 HP, but I'm good.
Okay.
And I found a bottle.
Game over? No, they could do this.
Hello? I found a bottle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Did you pick up my gun?
No, I didn't pick up anything.
What? My gun's gone.
Maybe I
No,
can
it's
see
not.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
blind. It's right there.
Where's bottle?
I'm gonna very carefully drop it. Imagine if that broke. Wait, let me, before you revive, let me kill myself. I'm on 9 HP.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah.
They're doing it.
Okay.
That was a lovely conversation.
Fuck,
Let me
fuck.
kill myself. Oh, yeah, that's smart. Oh, thank you.
Ew. Where's salad?
You want your gun?
Wait, what? Where's salad?
You want your gun?
It's not mine. I'll take it though.
Salad? Salad?
Maybe he
You
spawned
didn't
some.
get.
Oh,
you didn't
well.
get rest?
The game knew.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is.
I
Okay.
spawned in the elevator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've already taken damage from the
Yeah.
yeah.
Did we get my Giga Wrench?
I don't think so.
No.
See no wrench.
Wait,
That's
pulling?
Pick
Yeah, we
up my gun. Wait, did you pick up my gun?
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
this.
They did. Dave Wrench?
Oh, the Giga Wrench is in the
Oh,
store.
it's one of these.
Ooh, double.
Oh my god. No.
Bottle.
Oh no.
No, it's a bar.
Oh no. Clear.
Nar. Har. We're all here, yep.
Carol here. I like how we've been to like 3 floors and we're on
Oh, we got an interesting floor coming up now.
Interesting floor.
Yeah, it's got
floor.
an exclamation mark on it.
Oh,
Or with,
man, I can't wait.
Oh
Wow.
shit!
Oh
It's like a
my.
go kart.
Is this IKEA?
Oh, it's like Eagle IKEA.
There's a lot of bottles. Lepa bottles. Bottles.
I don't see anything in here. My vision's all fucked as well.
Oh, it looks like you can fall off.
Can you?
I don't know. Do you want to
Oh,
try?
No, there's a wall. The wall. I'm trying.
Oh yeah.
Is that it?
What a weird room.
I can hear
Probably some weird gimmick or something.
Yeah, probably. Nothing on the scanner.
Nothing here.
Everyone's here.
Yeah.
And we can't stop on the next floor. Overload, great.
I can double jump.
That guy had 1 HP.
Wait, what?
I am recurring slow.
Wait, what is Dogville?
That sound.
Are you ready for the massive loot behind this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, mine.
I'm gonna go this way. Dude, we didn't even hit me. Oh. That hurt. Another Giga Wrench. This one doesn't have the buff though. Pony show ad? The fuck? What just damaged me? Oh, I hit the trap. You find anything, Salad? Oh shit, I'm coming.
Themselves up. Oh my.
Bonk.
Yeah,
Whoa.
who blew themselves up?
I hit a trap. Maybe.
Oh, I had an explosion, I thought.
Did you just pick up a bottle? God damn.
I did actually, yeah. My bad. I know. Hey, I only almost walked into that mine. I actually didn't do it though.
Tubes. Oops.
Tubes.
Did you just take a bottle?
No.
I swear I saw you take a bottle. I don't like when you folks take my bottles. Give me some bottles.
Oh, I'm high as a kite right now. I can't see.
I have 30 bottles, by the way.
What? Where did Ella go?
I think mommy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know. Can we stun her? Can we like knock her down or something?
Where is she?
She's after me again.
Oh yeah, I see her.
I can do a lot of damage, but
Oh my fuck.
She's dead!
Oh, she's dead.
woo!
Bottles. Bottles. Oh, damn. Let's go.
Oh my god.
I mean, this is probably the only time we're gonna win over
Yeah.
her, alright? Oh, bottle.
Good Christ. We're probably gonna get like some demonic essence, surely.
More bottles. We didn't
Ooh.
get shit. We got a bunch of bottles. That's it.
You didn't get anything. There's a bottle.
But we didn't get any
Sorry,
cool
bottles.
stuff. No cool stuff.
There's fuel here.
Oh, we need fuel. We're like,
Yeah, we have a bunch here.
okay.
I need inventory space.
Yeah, I've got 2.
I brought fuel, guys. I don't know where you are.
We're over here.
Okay, I brought fuel.
We leaving?
I'm on 17 HP.
We leaving?
Yeah,
Oh, one of you got the junk crawler has like a special on it. Something. Effect.
Yeah, I put that in. Oh yeah, this guy. All I need is my leg.
Dude, all I need is not fucking miss a line.
Oh, the fucking mist. Oh, I should have let Lepa pick that up. I can't fit. Anybody around here? I don't know where I am. Leet.
Oh,
Oh, hey. Yeah, there's like a hole you can go in this room if you didn't.
Double.
You go in the hole?
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't go in there, so. I see.
Wait, it says 5% allies.
Yay!
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh, hi.
Nice. Oh my god. mist is so bad. Oh my god, and now the no fucking shot, dude.
Where the hell is the damn elevator?
It's right here. Follow my way.
Thank you.
Fuck, dude.
I'm gonna get teleported.
No, you're not. You're fine.
What? Wait, I think the more is it
The more you move? Oh.
Wait, if I keep running, will I get teleported?
I don't think you're gonna be the.
Why'd I go near it? I thought I could kill it. I thought I could kill it before it blew up. But I think I could have just let it blow up on its own.
Over here! Over here! Over here! I don't think you need. Yeah, I don't think you should move.
Wait, what? Yeah,
think
don't
you-
move, yeah. I think it teleports you if you keep running.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is dead.
Huh? Oh yeah. I think I saw.
Hi.
This is
Down
dead.
this corridor, yeah.
Oh, what
Feed it, do it. Wait,
Your
how is
Giga
this
Wrench
here?
is,
Thank you.
your Giga Wrench is still
I got
there,
him.
this, by the way.
Oh, you
Your
raised
Giga
it,
Wrench.
Martin. Sick.
Oh, my Giga
Don't
Wrench?
leave it.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, it's so over.
Ella is my teammate.
You said it too late. Oh, there's a shop after this. Does it save?
I don't know.
It just said saving in the top right. I think it saves each
Okay,
floor.
I mean,
Don't
Yeah.
touch the bottle.
I mean, we still have so many floors left, so on it anyways.
yeah, I
so
mean,
it's
we
all
can
good.
anyway at the store.
Yeah.
Wise. Somebody say store.
Oh, there's a rat.
What the hell?
Wait, is this rat I'm holding alive?
Yeah, you can grab him.
Oh!
Oh, so you don't need to plug them into death.
Why is the Giga Wrench on the bottom of KLETKA?
I don't know.
Do you see it?
Oh, put it there.
Oh, you can disarm mines with it.
Store! Wow! It's one of these
Wow.
Panaceator.
Oh.
And the pit is here. I'll throw in my leg, fuck it.
Oh, 10% max health.
bottles.
That's nice.
Or
bottle?
bottle.
I'll throw in my arm, I guess.
Hey, swag! Oh, four doobies!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Eyes a kite.
I would love to continue this soon.
Yeah, I'm down.
I want to see the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we can have reached that.
Yeah, we are. It's like floor 100 or something.
Only floor 100.
Yeah, we're only
Yeah.
a fifth of the way, though.
Yeah, easy. Easy.
I'm sure.
That double
Oh,
bottle
thing?
perk seems like so good.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah,
really
that
good.
one is insane, yeah. Well, anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah, thanks for playing, guys.
Thanks
fun.
for
Thank
the
you,
games,
guys.
guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for the game.
Yeehaw.
Group home.
Get in the circle.
Are we humping?
Army humping.
Oh my god.
All right, bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.
All right, chat. It is anyways time. I've been streaming for 9.5 hours. It's been a fun stream, though. I am gonna go get some dinner and chill out. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back with the Dark Souls. What are you watching? We are just lads having fun together. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll continue the Dark Souls 1 rando run that we had going tomorrow. Yes, been a fairly long stream for me, so I'm gonna go get some dinner. Have a great rest of your night, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and give a raid to